Shalom Yasha'Allah. This is Yabba Tazah here in San Angelo, Texas. With GMS, he has hired servants. Today's lesson, or sit down, will be entitled "Be Not Ignorant of Satan, Women, Satan Devices, Women." Okay, because women are wicked, man. That's just one thing I wanted to get off my chest, and just speak about that a little bit. Keep brothers aware, But the first scripture I'm gonna get is Proverbs 23:1. When thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee. All right, we all know that Esau is ruling this kingdom right now, the earth, and Esau puts out certain devices or certain options out there for us to choose from that could be our destruction. And we got to consider diligently what is before us. All right. And put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. And we all know that us being as men in general, we desire women, and we have to basically mortify our members and put that knife up to our spiritually up to our throat. At least we offend ourselves. All right. Verse 3. Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat. Verse 6. Eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire thou his dainty meat. Because Esau likes to present things being good, but really, man, when you do your research, you'll find out that it's not. And in today's age, that's what it's all about, is research. All right, can't be, lazy and not dig into things. Especially, girls are they've become more crafty, and slick and slithering like snakes, portraying themselves as being angels. But if you have the scriptures with you, man, that just by looking at their eyelids, they're a whore. All right, but Esau has an evil eye against Jacob. He envies Jacob. And then the next scripture I'm going to get is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 24. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world, and they that do hold of his side do find it. And these women hold of his side, and Esau knows that. Esau knows that women is one of his ultimate devices he uses against Israel. All right. And through envy, you can't trust your enemy, man. We can't forget that scripture. Never trust thy enemy. Verse 7. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee. Because, he wants to see you be destroyed. He don't want to see you prosper. Just like these women. These women are all about themselves, man. These women are selfish, conniving, inconsiderate, lazy, worthless. They're pieces of shit, man. And we're not going to get righteous women until we get into the kingdom. So I don't give a fuck what anybody says, how they feel about women, Okay, the next scripture I'm going to get is Psalms 55. Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words are softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So there you go, man. He wants to see you destroy. He wants to kill you without being detected. The perfect crime. But that's why we got the scriptures. Get 2 Corinthians chapter 2. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're awake, man, and we have no excuse. And me, through experience, man, I'm 33 years old, and the Spirit's on me that, man, I don't want to deal with women, and I hope it's for a very long time that the Lord has that Spirit on me. But to you other brothers, whether you new into this thing or even plus 5-6 plus years, we still can fall into that category, man, and we got to be aware of those things. All right. The next scripture I'm going to get is Proverbs chapter 5, Proverbs chapter 5, verse 3. For the lips of a strange woman drop as a honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil. See, she follows after Satan. The same exact words is basically being quoted from Psalms 55 and 21. You know, she's learned from Esau, man. You know, she walks hand in hand with death. You know, and go ahead and continue to read. Verse 4. But her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. You know, that's her foundation. And her steps take hold on hell. Basically, that means her way of life is death. The scriptures bear witness to it that she's been deprived of all wisdom. And if any man has experience with women, they're stupid, man. They have no logical sense, no reason. Okay, so right there, Proverbs 5 and 5, her feet go down to death. All right, now I'm gonna go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 16. But ungodly men with their works and words called it to them. For when they thought to have it their friend, they consumed to naught and made a covenant with it, because they are worthy to take part with it. So it's talking about making a covenant with death. If you read a few scriptures up, you'll find that out. So, but ungodly men, you know, but it's also speaking about women, you know, it's a general. So they called it to themselves and they made it their friend. And a lot of these women, man, they're wicked, man. The majority of these women, they're wicked. They're very evil. And so basically, man, you know, you gotta be beware of these women. Now going back to Proverbs 5 and 5, her feet go down to death, her steps take hold on hell. Lest thou shouldest ponder the path of life, her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them. Hear me now, therefore, O ye children, and depart not from the words of my mouth. Remove thy way from her, far from her, and come not nigh to the door of her house, lest thou give thine honor unto others, and thy years unto the cruel. Lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger. Basically, mean you want to set yourself up marrying a wicked ass woman, and then she divorces you and takes everything you got and has another dude in her house using your shit. You know, it's jacked up, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. So this woman, man, you know, she's, like I said, she's conniving. She's a vengeful person, and she utters lies. She commits adultery. She does everything that's contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments. Verse 27. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. So, you know, that's King Solomon right there, man. You can't argue with King Solomon. Okay, these women, man, they're Esau uses these women to destroy you. Okay, Esau, like the scriptures say, that his wisdom has surpassed Daniel. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to Proverbs 5 and 11. And thou mourn at the last, when thy flesh and thy body are consumed, and say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me. And all his brothers that speak on the highways and the byways and make videos is for the edification and exhortation to the brothers, man. to the elect to avoid these things. But one thing I've learned in the truth is that the Most High will put you through certain things for you to learn and for it to be embedded in your mind not to fucking do that thing again no more. Okay? The next scripture I'm gonna get 1 Timothy 5 and 15. For some are already turned aside after Satan. So these women, man, it's not some anymore. It's a whole globe. It's global that these women they've turned after Satan, man. You know, Satan is working through them. That's one of Satan's ultimate devices that he uses against you Negro, Latino, the Native American Indians. Okay. Next scripture I'm gonna get is Sirach 25. Sirach 25 and 4. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. So, you know, death, you know, Esau, he uses her and to destroy you. And she doesn't work. She doesn't mind it, you know. It's just like the scripture in Proverbs, you know. That's why these women they gotta go. And the prophet Micah, man, he couldn't have said it any better in Micah 7. What is it? Proverbs 30 and 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth and saith, I have done no wickedness. You know, and you women are gonna fucking pay, man. You women are gonna be destroyed. You know? And don't be talking shit saying, oh, it's because y'all been mistreated by women. You don't know our fucking lives, man. And that shit, there's a reason why shit like that happened. It's for us to wake up to the truth. Always trying to be smart asses. I ain't no fucking sucker, man. This is Micah 7 and 8. Rejoice not against me, O my enemy. When I fall, I shall arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, Where is the Lord thy God? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. You know, so you're going to be destroyed. Right there in black and white. In the Bible you claim you trust and believe in. Alright? So to you brothers, man, beware. Examine these women that try to come up to you and, you know, want to be your, you know, whatever you want to call it. Your girl, you know, your wifey, your thing, whatever it is that you use out there, you know, beware, because these women are snakes, man. They work on the left hand side of the spiritual demon Satan, man. Okay, but I just wanted to get that out, get that off my chest, and I hope you brothers take heed to it. You know, there's plenty of videos out there with the brothers GMS, Great Millstone, the Apostles break it down. You know, all the camps, but you know, it's part of doing the work, and you know. Just be strong. You know, you brothers out there that, you know, have problems with women and, you know, you know, you don't get along with them. Hey, man, we're gonna be rewarded. You know, Lord willing, with the elect, we're gonna be rewarded greatly, and they're gonna walk with shame in the kingdom, man. But until then, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of the Great Millstone, the apostles, and you know, hopefully this like I said, this video is edifying for you brothers, you younger brothers, even you brothers that may be going through something. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Akim Shalom, Kwam Yasha Allah.